I'm available for all sort of MyLab courses, MS Excel, MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Access Mathematics, Accounting and Statistics, Problems Rock.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's session, we are taking Exp25 Excel Chapter 11 Mid-Level 1 Internships. I will guide you through this video step by step, making it easy for you to follow, and you can done your assignment by watching this video. You can contact me for your assignments, exam, quizzes, and for complete course on my WhatsApp and email. My WhatsApp and email are given in the description and shown on my bottom of the screen. I can do all online courses, MyLab Accounting, MyLab Finance, MyLab Excel, MyLab Word, MyLab PowerPoint, Writing Economics, Java, C++, Python, Nursing, Medical, Web Development, and many more online courses. Please reach me out on my WhatsApp and email. My WhatsApp link is given in the description. You can click on my WhatsApp link and directly come on my WhatsApp chat. My WhatsApp scanner is given the first slide of this video. You can scan my WhatsApp and directly come on my WhatsApp chat. Let's start our assignment to solve it step by step. Okay, first we will click on enable editing button. So the title of assignment is here. I will increase the font size of this title and then I will highlight for a proper view in my video. Okay, the title of assignment is that Exp25 Excel Chapter 11 Mid-Level 1 Internships. Under this project description, you can see your project description to get idea about your project. As the internship director for a regional university, okay, you can see this project description. So moving on next instructions, complete instruction selected. So increase the font size for a proper view, and you can read this question easily in my video. The question number first is that start Excel, download and open the file name Exp25 Excel Chapter 11 Mid-Level 1 Internship XLS. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of file name. Basically in this question, we will have to download Excel workbook from Pearson ATLab dashboard portal. You can download this file easily from your Pearson portal. I have also downloaded this file from my ATLab dashboard portal. Now I am going to open my Excel workbook. Okay, click on enable editing button first. So moving on, next question of this assignment is question number 2. Question number 2 is that you will use the student's worksheet through step 10. First, you want to create an array. Okay, you want to create an array of the last 4 digits of all student IDs. So the main point of this question is starting here. Make sure the student worksheet is active. In cell B2, create an array using the right function to extract the last 4 digits of student IDs using the range A2 to A42. Apply center horizontal alignment to the range B2 to B42. Okay. Student worksheet is active now. So, in cell B2, create an array using the right function to extract the last 4 digits of the student IDs using the range A2 to A42. Okay, this is the question number 2 of the assignment. We will select this V2. We will enter right function in cell B2. Okay, and A2 to A42, last 4. So we will press enter. You can see I have entered a right function and the student ID is A42, last 4. We will press enter. Then this question is done now. So we will move on next question of this assignment. Okay, apply horizontal alignment. Apply center horizontal alignment to the range B2 to B42. Simply, we will select this range, go to the Home tab. In the Alignments group, click on Center Horizontal Alignment button. So, we will move on next question of this assignment is question number 3. The first and last name are contained in column C and D. In column E, you want to display the last name and first name such as James Pascal. In cell E2, insert the text join function using the first student's last name followed by a comma and space and the person first name. Copy the function to the range E3 to E42. The first point of this question is that in cell E2, insert the text join function. Okay, using the first last name. Moving on, Excel workbook, click on cell E2, press is equal to enter. We will have to insert a text join function in cell E2. Okay, text join function in cell E2. Here is the text join function. So first name and last name, using first and last name. Okay, statement is true. Okay, D2 is last name and C2 is first name. So we will press enter. Okay, so we will press enter. It will be show last first name in cell E2. Okay, the next point of this question is that copy the, okay, followed by comma and space. Okay, copy the function to the range E3 to E42. So we will copy the function to the range E3 to E42. Okay, this is so good. Okay, we will move on next question of this assignment is question number 4. Please focus on my laptop screen and you can done your assignment by watching this video. If you do not able to do this assignment, you can contact me on my WhatsApp and email. I will do this complete assignment for you with A plus grade. Question number 4 is that column G contains each student's major. You want to display the majors in all capital letter in column H. In cell H2, use a text function to convert the text in cell G2 to all capital letters. Copy the function to the range H3 to H4. The first point of this question is that in cell H2, click on cell H2 first. Okay, so use a text function to convert the text in cell G2 to all capital letters. Okay, insert we will have to use a text function. Okay, use a text function, press is equal to. So we will use a text function is upper, G2 is major. Simply we will press enter, it will show major caps. So copy the function to the range H3 to H42. Simply we will have to copy the function to the range H3 to H42. So we will move on. Next question of this assignment is question number 5. The question number 5 is that you want to create a criteria range for the data set so that you can use this range in advanced filter. Copy the range A1 to J1 and paste the heading in cell A44. Okay, simply create conditions in the status and major column for senior accounting measures on row 45 and or condition for junior accountant measure in the respective cell on row 46. Simply we will copy the range A1 to J1 and paste in cell 40 A44. We will select this range A1 to J1. Simply control plus C. This range is copied now. So we will have to paste this range in cell A44. We will click on cell A44 and then we will press Ctrl plus V. This range will be pasted in cell A44. So create condition in the status and major columns for senior accounting. Okay, create condition and status and major column for senior accountant measure on row 45. Okay, simply we will click on row 45 and then we will type senior accountant. Status is senior accountant. Status and measure. So we will status is senior and major caps is accounting. Okay, the next is that or junior accounting. So we will click on cell F46 and then in the status column we will type junior and go to the cell H46. In the major caps we will type accounting. Okay, this is good. So we will move on. Next question of this assignment is question number 6. The question number 6 is that you are ready to perform the advanced filter. Okay. Copy the range A44 to J44 to cell A44. Perform the advanced filter by copying data to the output range. Use the appropriate range for list range, criteria range and output range. Simply copy the range A44 to J44 first. Okay. Copy this range A44 to J44 first. We will copy this range, Control plus C. This range is copied now. So we will have to paste this range in cell A48. Click on cell A48 and paste this range in here in cell A48. So perform the advanced filter by copying data the output range. Use the appropriate ranges for list range, criteria range, output range. Okay, so we'll go to the home tab, so data tab. In the data tools, one second, in the sort and filter group, click on advanced filter button. Okay, list ranges A1 to J42. A1 to J42 is the list range. Criteria range is that A44 to J44. One second, A44 to J46 is criteria range. So copy to the range A49 to J49. So we will press click on OK. This is good now. So we will move on. Next question of this assignment is question number 7. I have done 6 questions so far. The question number 7 is that now you want to display a list of measures that occur only once in L2 in cell L2. Next, the unique function within the sort function to display an alphabetical list of measures that occur only once within the range G2 to G42. Okay, we will go to our Excel workbook first. Click on cell L2 and then we will nest the unique function. Click on cell, one second. Okay, click on cell L2 and then nest the unique function within the sort function. Nest the unique function. Okay, unique function within the sort function. So unique function within the sort function. Okay, G2 is measure and measure column G2 to G42 and then statement is true. So one second. Okay, click on yes. Only one student. You can see this result is here. So we will move on next. Okay, in cell L2. Okay, so unique function with sort function you can see here. So the next point is that question number 8. Question number 8 is that you want to count the number of unique measure. Okay, question number 8 is that you want to count the number of unique measures and then update one of the student major. After you insert the function, you will change the student major to ensure the function result are correct. In cell M2, nest the unique function within the rows function to identify the number of unique measure in column G. In cell G16, change the text to culinary arts. Okay, basically this question we will go to cell M2 and then we will nest the unique function within the rows function. Okay, we will go to M2, nest the unique function with rows function, press is equal to, so we will have to unique function with rows function, unique. Okay, the next is that the formula is that G2 to G42 is measured, so we will press enter. It will be show hash of measure in cell M2. Okay, this question is done now. You can see I have done this question so well. Change the text to culinary arts in cell G16. We will click on cell G16. Okay, G16. Where is G16? Okay, we will change the text culinary arts in cell G16. Okay, this is good. I have done this question. You can see. So we will move on next. I have done 8 questions of this assignment so far. Now I am going to do question number 9 of this assignment. The question number 9 is that you want to create a list of average GPA by major. Okay. In cell L16, insert the group by function to display an alphabetical list of each major from the range G2 to G42 along with the average GPA. In cell L16, insert the group by function. Simply we will click on cell L16. Okay, we will click on cell L16, so we will enter group by function in cell 16. Cell L16, enter group by function G2 to G42 majors column. So the I2 to I42 is GPA and average statement is average. Please focus on my laptop screen. You can follow my video and you can done your assignment by watching this video. Okay, I will enter group by function G2 to G42. Okay, is major column I4 to I42 is a GPA. So statement is average 0 and 1. So we will press enter. It will be show average GPA by major in cell L16. Okay, this is so good. I have done 9 questions so far in my video. That now I'm going to do question number 10. The question number 10 is that the average GPAs as unformatted format the range M16 to M28 with comma style with the default 2 decimal places. Simply we will select this range M16 to M28. We will select this range first, go to the home tab. In the numbers group, we will apply comma style with 2 decimal places. It's also done. So I have done 10 questions of this assignment in my video. Total question of this assignment is 22.